roster. But we do have ourselves a draft, so we'll jump right on into that and take a look at what's going to be happening between these two teams. You know who was... it was ZYD, Xiao Yu, Ice Ice, and a couple other people in some iterations of that team.
Oh, and Blink was coaching them? Okay.
Yeah.
Radiant team pick.
So he has given up on playing himself actively.
Maybe. Some people go coach and then they end up coming back.
Yeah. Some do. So now RNG gets the Weaver instead. Again, first pick, of course. There's really no reason to not first pick Weaver. The only thing Weaver doesn't do is lock people down.
Radiant team pick.
Yeah, it definitely gives you a missing piece of the puzzle that you certainly have to fill. And there is a lot of lockdown in terms of Nyx Assassin and Snapfire. Nyx Assassin, not a hero we are seeing that much of, but it's certainly a hero that DY himself, or even PYW, both of them, well, Tank, as I continue to call him PYW, both of them do love both the Nyx and the Snapfire. So definitely versatile in picking a 4 or 5 on that.
Yeah. I mean, I have been a big fan of Nyx for a long time. Kind of fell off because the laning phase is a little weak. But if you can go into the mid game without like a massive disadvantage, Nyx is so valued as a support. Like the amount of disables he offers, the mana burn against certain cores, even just being a deterrent of like drafting certain heroes is a really big deal that early in the draft.
Beastmaster.
But
early Beastmaster.
Perfect pick, because Nyx Assassin hates being pushed in the most. He has 0 wave clear. Well, he's a little bit of wave clear, but you know what I mean. Like you can't defend towers. In team fights early on, you're not that useful. So if he gets a fast Helm of Overlord, they start upping the pace, take the fast Roshan, and start going at towers as 5. It's so hard to defend with the Nyx Assassin. He really wants to play the pickoff game. And then once you're strong enough, have high enough levels, then you can play the team fights. But it's like minute 25 or longer.
Dire team ban.
Any Enchantress, this hero is seeing a lot of banning.
Yeah, because the Beastmaster, they just want to protect the Beastmaster at this point. And they banned the Brood still. Old 11 Brood. Troll Kunkka. Okay. I mean, I don't really know what they want to protect yet because they didn't pick anything. Usually you don't see 2 supports in the first phase because it kind of locks you in. So maybe it could be potentially Core Snapfire.
Yeah, Aster were doing that with the mid snap. Other
than Aster, there have been other teams that were trying it though, and it worked out pretty well for other teams. So it's definitely a thing that you can do if you want to. But I agree when Aster did it, it didn't look very convincing.
Yeah. What was the other pick that was kind of like that? We had seen it a while. It didn't have it was yesterday, right?
Lina?
What was it? The Lina? No. It was a pick we just weren't convinced with. That did well. Was
I don't
it
remember.
Sand King?
There were a bunch of picks I wasn't convinced by.
Or the Darkseer?
No, Sand King won the game. He did really well.
Yeah, Sand King did really well, and then there was a pick we were just like, oh, you know, we've seen it played poorly a couple times and just haven't seen much confidence in it.
Wasn't it Lina? Because they kept picking Lina, and then they were owning with it, but they always ended up losing. Maybe. Might have been Lina, maybe not. Xtreme has taken so much time banning this hero.
Radiant team pick.
Should have banned the Bane last, okay. That took him a long time to do that.
Maybe using that time to also think about the pick that they want to go to as well.
Yeah, you need some damage, you know, for sure. You got lockdown. Snapfire gives you quite a bit of damage, but not like bursty damage.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Now we got to see who they want to go for in terms of the pick.
Yeah. Tapping into the bonus time again. Maybe a little bit of unsure, like being unsure how to deal with this Beastmaster, I don't know. Because those 2 heroes, they don't like playing against Beast too much.
Death Prophet.
Right into Death Prophet. Okay.
Okay, that could be offlane Death Prophet.
Could be off.
Not
Could be
really
mid.
old 11. Not really an old 11 hero. But I also don't like paparazzi on Death Prophet either.
Yeah, but then they go straight into the Quap against the DP.
And there's the Tusk.
Yeah, they just want to abuse the mid lane. Like Quap Tusk is one of the strongest combinations to shut down a mid laner. Like
Does that
DP.
move Weaver to the 1?
No, could still be 5.
I guess.
10 seconds.
5 Weaver
remaining.
strong.
Although, 5 Weaver strong, especially in the hands of X Nova, where it really could help
5
you
seconds
ward
remaining.
deeper and do a couple things with it.
Yeah, they need to find a solution now. Whether that's to put DP in the off lane
Dire
or
team ban.
pick a support that can protect you. Yeah,
Yeah,
put the DP in
that's
the off
more
lane
of a paparazzi pick.
It also counters the idea that RNG
Radiant
has right now,
team
right?
ban.
With the Quap Tusk rotating middle, killing that hero over and over again. But it also makes me think that RNG wanted, because like they're not dumb, right? They kind of expected an outcome like this. They forced the DP into the
Dire
off lane, so
team
now they want
ban.
to pick a carry. They will abuse DP hard.
I'm a little nervous. They could just go Weaver safely and pick up a Grimstroke. Double Primal Roar.
Potentially. Oh, there's a bunch of good carries too against DP.
10
Like a
seconds
Draw
remaining.
Ranger. Very scary for DP.
5 seconds remaining.
Surprisingly little draw picks.
When it looks like the right spot to pick it in, too.
Yeah, because it's always not banned in the last phase. Like Beast Weaver Quap Tusk seems like a draw, fantasy, like a dream fantasy lineup. But against God King, he has like a little bit of a special hero pool. He plays some of the conventional ones, but
He does the Weaver.
yeah, Weaver could work as one. Scales into the late game surprisingly well. So last ban, they probably what the carry is
Radiant
good
team
against
ban.
Beast. Wraith King, okay, just going with the cookie cutter ban. Wraith King is really strong, so you can't go wrong banning it. So what are they going to ban to protect the DP? PA was a very good ban.
And the Drow.
10 seconds
Maybe.
remaining.
They already banned the Troll as well, so a
5
lot of strong
seconds
laning
remaining.
carries are already out of the game.
Definitely seen Drow being a ban.
Well. Like Razor could be pretty good against DP in lane. Pretty rough in the game though, perhaps, against Nyx.
Dire team pick.
They banned a
And a
Morphling.
Morphling. Still opens up Drow. Weaver could still be the one. I wouldn't mind the Grimstroke, truthfully. Because you've got the Queen of Pain, too. So, like, it sets up having that Inkswell blink forward jump.
I definitely like that idea. It's
10
just,
seconds
do
remaining.
they want to
Radiant
commit to
team
Weaver
pick.
1?
Anti-mage.
Anti-Mage.
You ever
I thought
just-
about Anti-Mage, but playing aim into a puck is so risky, so I didn't really want to bring it up. But, I mean, I like it. If you get away early, DP is scared of you. If it's a DP Nyx lane, aim is so free.
5 seconds.
I feel like
remaining.
I don't make like hard calls on my predictions. I'm never allowed to be right about my predictions. Like it felt like a great Grimstroke.
Oh. Now that Naga, this lineup of XGs is so risky. Like the early game is very weak. But if they get to mid-late game with their draft, they have a super good chance to win this game. Although, Quap against Naga is not bad at all. Like you deal a lot of AoE damage to deal with those illusions. And it really depends. Like Naga Siren is such a specialist hero. Like if you're just an average Naga, you have no impact in the game. You need to be a top-notch Naga in order to really have a great impact as this hero. So hard to play.
Well, luckily for Lou, he's got 2 professional games on the Naga Siren, and he's won both of them.
10 seconds remaining.
When was that?
The last time he played the Naga Siren, definitely not reaching for extra time here as I go to read the stats, was 3 months ago when he was on YBB. So he hasn't played it with his time on Xtreme, but he went Treads, Manta, Ags, Scotty Hart.
Yeah, normal stuff.
Yeah, just normal builds. Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Just reading stuff.
It's just they picked it definitely as an answer to the anti-mage because like late game anti-mages can't fight Naga. The armor is too high, the damage is too high, and it looks like a pretty scary anti-mage game, to be honest. Like if you get coiled, you die really easily in this game.
I guess you've got Felix, right? Potentially
That's the only thing you have, though.
Potentially X Nova building an Ags instead of an Orchid in the 5. Obviously, that's going to take such a long time to get that gold, but I'm just saying maybe.
Yeah. I mean, there are tools potentially to outplay. It's just
right.
Xtreme's lineup is much easier to play. But I want to see how Lou performs on a Naga first.
Right.
But as I said, like it's such a special expert hero. Even if you just play the hero 80% is not enough. Like just a hero you need to play 95%.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. So we'll see if he can play it at 100%. We get into game number 2 of RNG up against XG, also known as Xtreme Gaming. So let's jump into it. Let's take a look. And here we go. Paparazzi trying to get out there with the illusory orb as quickly as possible. Get this ward down. Whoa. Doesn't get unsmoked. Made it. Good. It's there.
Together we made it.
The world's greatest.
Sure, let's go with that.
Yeah. I think so. We'll see how this goes. The Dire Ward's actually on their side.
30 seconds to battle.
Not great.
You gotta play to impress me here, right? Like that's the goal of those players. So
sure.
Xtreme will try the absolute hardest to leave a good impression with me. Alright, using the Illus to potentially deny a bounty rune if they're not too careful about it. Oh, Gawkin's trying to steal the rune. Is he gonna get impaled? Oh, he missed the impale!
Ooh. That should be there for tank.
Yeah. 3 bounty runes. It doesn't sound like a lot, but you know, it's 80 gold difference per player. That's 2 CS. 2.5 CS.
Could have been the difference in a quicker bottle.
Yeah.
It is the difference in a quicker bottle.
It is 2 CS faster, in fact.
This lane seems like it could be a bit even up top. Mid, Paparazzi on this puck. We haven't seen a lot of puck. I'm really hoping this goes game 3 because it gives us a chance to potentially see Paparazzi go to the Shadow Fiend, and I'm still down for that.
I want to see such a risky hero to play, B-Cop.
What?
It is such a risky hero to play.
Yeah, but you have to see it one more time before the patch.
Why? Maybe it gets buffed really hard in the next patch.
True. You make it, or you lose on purpose with it. You make it look real bad. Then it gets really buffed.
I mean, even if you try to not lose on purpose with him, you're just gonna lose because it's SF. I still can't believe the bug isn't fixed where the presence doesn't affect neutral creeps.
Well, maybe it will get fixed in the patch.
No. They probably just removed the aura before they fix that.
I think Paparazzi, yeah, he's got his bottle coming out. Somnus already has his bottle. Ooh, okay. They're trying to get a kill here on a Chalice. The damage from Lou. DY with it. They have the minus armor there from the little shredder, but it won't be enough damage. Boar now will slow down DY. They've got the tag team too, so DY's gonna eat a lot of damage for this.
That was really unlucky. Lou didn't get a single Riptide proc, so no minus armor, no bonus damage. I think with that minus armor, that might have potentially killed him, to be honest. Well, play with your percentages. 70%, not when you play it, or I play it.
Yeah, well, it's never 100% for me. It's always 100% for my enemies, and never my allies.
Yeah, that's how it goes with RNG. And then we remind ourselves, nope, it's just selective memory.
Snowball out. Going all the way through. Again, little shredder used, so... On cooldown level 1, 24 seconds. Means they're not going to be too aggressive, but then, oh man. Felix goes the other way, finds Lou's courier, and takes away his boots.
Well, Naga lost the boots, right? That's
Yeah.
a very big deal. Because now
It's harder
Beastmaster
to
will
chase
get
Chalice.
a lot of free time.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, Blinks.
Oh, paparazzi.
Snowball, and paparazzi. Oh, illusory orbs, tanks there. Fairy fires. Oh my gosh. Oh, the stress.
All
They
of
hit
them
the
taking a lot of
impale.
damage
Now the
too.
illusory orb. Fire snap cookie that lands. Little shredder. One more right click, and they save the first one for paparazzi.
Shall be duly noted.
Yeah,
Both supports come over to save him too.
if it's a player to give it to, it's got to be Paparazzi. And all the 11 top though, he's struggling a lot. Like he has no HP left, walking already into the Ring of Health. Looks like he's going Battlefield without boots even. Pretty uncommon. Ultra Greed. See if he gets away with it or not.
This feels
They're
like
really
a
trying to
style
make
hero
hell.
for paparazzi.
Yeah,
They're trying to dive him.
can't gank Paparazzi. It's ungankable.
We've seen
How's
some
low-
anti-mages go Orb of Corrosion too,
Are fortified.
but off boot straight Battle Fury seems like a God King move for sure.
So Lou's actually right now on par when it comes to CS with the Beast, which is not what you want to see. Like Beast really struggles in this kind of lane, so hopefully Lou manages to dominate him a little bit harder before he gets his Dominator, because it's really
I think
power
it's a
timing of Beastmaster.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough though because they've left him alone a little bit, right? Like you had to have the supports rotate over mid, and it's just a 1v1 at that point.
Yeah, but that's exactly why. Like 1v1, Beastmaster loses to Naga quite hard, but the boss don't do anything to you.
Right. You think that Lou's maybe a little bit flustered from the last game? He's just trying to play it a little bit safe.
Potentially. Like there is, as I said, always quite a bit of pressure on you, right? When you play with these big names.
Yeah.
Don't
I
want to
think
make
a
too
lot
many
of people
mistakes.
forget that, right? Like they just expect it to be like, oh, this is the match. Like, yes, in theory, this is the matchup he should win. But also, the last game wasn't that great for him. So now, do you play it safer? Do you not play as aggressive? Like, traditionally, yeah, probably that's the matchup that you want and you take and you try to clean up with. But
Kill the Beast though.
Chalice.
One more.
Ooh, gets it. DY, I think, was trying to hold it for Lou to get. And we've seen that a couple times where they're trying to hold it. Still, though, a 1k lead for the side of RNG.
Nova, you are probably super dead.
Dead. Yeah, Dream Coil. And eventually...
Wow.
The Impale. Okay. Ends up being a trade, though, for Somnus. He's happy to take that. And the Snowball comes out.
The Sonic Wave,
with the
350
phase
damage.
shift, and Paparazzi. Illusory Orb jaunts over, holding the Sonic Wave. He could have either looked really good or really bad right there if you let it rip.
If you let it rip, that was a kill. Like if it hits. It's just, he was scared that
yeah.
he would jaunt over.
If he had anticipated the move, that would have been
And it always sounds so,
awesome.
like, scary, doesn't it? The Quap Wave with the Arcana. When the whip sound.
I love it. I'm a
Suits the
big
hero.
fan. Yeah. One of the best Arcanas, I think.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Tank landing the impale. They've got the cookie to follow it up. Felix, though, kind of tanky at the moment. They've got the illusions coming in. Somnus as well. Primal Roar used. Scream and the damage out on the tank. They don't get this kill onto Felix, and they also run down DY. Xnova's the one who gets the kill there, and RNG cleaning up these supports.
Yeah. At the same time, God King is still trying to get away with his super greed. You know, here's the problem with God King's item build. If he just goes into threats, the DP can't lane against him at all, 1v1. But because he goes for this greedy item build, DP actually manages to get back into the game now, level-wise and network-wise. So probably a little bit of a misstep.
They've got the root.
Beast
They're
again.
gonna try and get this kill. Snowball, though, over. Fire Staff Cookie lands on a 2. This could give them at least 1. Shards are decent. Lou's getting low. And Songs. TP's out. DY doesn't have anything off cooldown. Can't use anything to lock these heroes down continuously, but they still get the kill into Felix. They look over as Xnova. Well, he won't get hit by the Fire Snap Cookie because DY uses it to retreat a little bit. Still, though, they get Lou out and he goes to the Song. And did he skill into Song just to have it? Because I want to say sometimes the Naga Sirens completely hold out on getting that for a while.
Yeah, he just leveled up from that kill, I believe, and then he took the Song. Because otherwise, like, if you keep a skill point, you're gonna just keep Riptide at level 1 and then max the illusions, because that's what you want to have.
Right.
It's definitely one of those level up, skill, save myself kind of things, which is good. If it prevents the death, definitely do it. But again, if you look at the net worth, I'm a little bit scared for Lou, because the lane is supposed to be very easy, but he's the lowest net worth of the cores.
Yeah, his efficiency hasn't quite been there in terms of the farm at the moment.
Yeah, we'll probably see it pick up soon, because this is what Naga does, but his early game is definitely slowed down by a lot. Good thing though, the DP has recall back up. Which again, I don't think this God King item build is actually, like, you know, too great. You're just giving him all the freedom
Straight
in the
Battle
world.
Fury.
Yeah. If he has threats, not only does he farm faster, but he also bullies the DP.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Wait, DP's going to Kaya? First item? No way.
Falcon Blade Kaya.
There's no way he's gonna do that.
You say that, but he's already bought the robe.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah,
tower
but
is
it makes
under
no
attack.
sense.
Dire's
Witchblade
top
at
tower
least,
is under
please.
attack.
I don't go completely ham.
Dire's structures are
Go the double blade route. Yeah. Looks like they might skirmish here in the jungle. Not sure they're friends, though.
Radiant structures are fortified.
This is all while the
Dire's top
exorcism
tower is under attack.
exorcism is used top. So I'm gonna try and secure this tower. Old 11 is going Kaya Sanj with the Falcon
Radiant's
Blade.
bottom tower
And he's gonna
is
grab
under
this
attack.
tower.
Dire's top
That's
tower
such an
is
awkward
falling.
build for an offlane DP out of all the heroes.
Getting this tower also allows Lou to farm the jungle, which shuts down the jungle for God King, but he doesn't have that Battle Fury just yet. He's one item away from it.
Yeah, generally,
Dire's top tower
if you
is
free
under
farm
attack.
as AM in a lane like this, you have
Radiant's
Battle Fury by minute
bottom
like
tower is under attack.
11:30 to 12. And at the pace he's going, he will have Battle Fury by that time, but no threats.
Dream Cool,
Oh,
Sonic
let it
Wave
rip.
coming through. He does let it rip, and DY gets low, ends up falling to Somnus. And they have put the pressure on to get this tier 1 tower next. They've got 4 heroes over here, while a God King is top, farming up against the Lou.
Every time I hear Let It Rip, I'm thinking of Beyblade.
Yeah. I never watched
Yeah,
that show as a kid.
You didn't?
No.
Well,
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
maybe it's time to catch up. It was pretty legit back then. Beyblade.
I was all about early seasons Yu-Gi-Oh! And Zoids and all that.
Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Was so great.
God King. There's going to be a Vendetta and a stun coming out. So God King plays aggressive on Lou and ends up paying the price for it. So you said 11:30, 12-minute Battle Fury. Well, And that's going to be slowed down by
And that's
about
with
30
threats usually,
seconds.
B-Cup. With threats. He doesn't even have threats on top of that. He's really poor, all things considered. Yeah. I hate that item build. Never gonna do it again. If you guys do it, anyone in Twitch chat, don't do it anymore. If I see you do it, I'm gonna report you.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Gotta take the extra steps to go to the reporting these days.
Yeah, it's so annoying. But I'll do it. Just to make sure people don't do this item build anymore.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Well, he finally finishes his Battle Fury, but it's not at the time he wanted it at.
Dire's top tower is under
If you really go
attack.
Battle Fury without anything, you want it at like minute 10.
Right.
So, about 2 minutes delayed. Let's see how much space they can make on RNG.
So Battle Fury now treads. Oh gosh. They haven't been using this Primal Roar off cooldown as much as I thought they would.
Is under attack.
They used it once so far, haven't they?
Yeah.
At least they got the mid tower with it. The Overlord isn't super far away.
Radiant's courier has been
No, it's
killed.
not.
Just 1k gold-ish.
Felix spotted, Fire Staff Cookie that lands, Illusory Orb doing the damage, and Paparazzi will get the kill. He's got the double damage, Primal Roar, Spike Carapace, Dream Coil down on 2. They throw out the Sonic Wave, but Paparazzi will avoid it. They can't take a picture of him, even though, well, he is the Paparazzi. Triple kill there for him, and
Top tower is
gosh,
under attack.
blows RNG away. Big difference in net worth.
Yeah.
On
And it
that
was
change.
all without Naga Siren, of course.
Dire's middle tower.
Farming away
Dire's structures
at the top lane
are
ever since they took the
fortified.
tier 1 tower. Probably RNG needs to somewhat try and regain control of their own jungle. Otherwise, Naga is never gonna leave.
Yeah, and that's what I talked about. Like, God King's not exactly going to have access to his own jungle, right? Spike Carapace.
Oh, God King, I gotta be
Oh! Kisses? Kisses? Oh, jeez, they are trying to catch God King. Almost got him.
Damn, that was close, yeah. If that silence hits, he's just dead instantly. Definitely a God King thing, though. Like, if he dies down there because he just wants to hit the Nyx Assassin out of, you know, anger, he's like, what, you try to deny creep from me?
They've got vision of these heroes over in the triangle, and it spots DY and Lou. It's not going to spot Tank coming over as well. So Chalice will retreat into the jungle. Meanwhile, though, Dream Coil drop, Dream Coil missing.
What was that used on?
Looking for the Weaver. Yeah.
Oh.
Tank spotting them, but shards come out. Perfectly placed. They've got themselves the dust, but there's the song. Snowball doesn't care about the song, though, and you can cover your ears with some snow and stop this TP out. Scream, Shadow Strike, hit with the Spike Carapace. There's the stun onto the Dark Troll Summoner. Scatterblast, though, they're still going for this. Fire Staff Cookie to get Tank some space. Now they come over with the silence from Old 11. He's got the Spirits over. The Walrus Punch comes out, but the damage coming in from the Little Shredder. Well, they've got themselves the Primal Roar. They have the stun with the Impale out on a Somnus. He's in trouble. He ends up dead. Doesn't pull him into the Snowball. Snowball goes up to these creeps over in the camp. But, well, the Hellbears don't care. Not gonna help him out. Old 11, the killing of Felix.
Okay. If you know how Quap died, or if you saw it, I'll be very proud of you.
How the Quap died?
Yeah.
Spike Carapace?
Yeah. A level 1 Shadow Strike.
Yeah.
They Spike Carapaced it, set up for all the follow-up spells. And that is why every player hates playing against Nyx Assassin. You forget about the spike for just a second, and you're dead.
Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
3K lead now, though, for Xtreme Gaming.
Yeah,
Ooh, they find X Nova.
they're playing very well. And honestly, RNG doesn't have a great comeback draft. like Weaver and Tusk together. Not the greatest support.
And now they find
Beast.
Chalice. Beastmaster's gonna die.
Easy. It's just looking so easy right now.
And they got the Dream
Xtreme.
Pull on a God King. He's dead.
Yeah.
All over the map.
Yep. This is Xtreme Gaming
Dire's top tower is under attack.
switching on gear. I mean, honestly, at this point, they are just all over the place. Naga is still making her home. Yeah, but she might be in a little bit of trouble. No sleep. Just TP out.
Sonic Wave, TP out, and successful.
Yeah. Even had to use Sonic Wave for that, to no avail. Game's looking rough for RNG, honestly. Like we already said, if they get into the mid game, with a small disadvantage, they would be ahead, right? And now they're at a pretty significant lead with this Nyx and Naga. Even DP recovered perfectly. So... Huh. I'm looking for
I'm
ways to
thinking the
come
same
back
thing.
for RNG, but
Dire's
it's just the
top
team fight is so weak.
under attack.
The only setup they have is Beastmaster Raw, but he's not even getting position. We said Helm is not far away at minute 12, now it's minute 18 and he finally gets it. But everything is so much, like so slowed down.
Yeah, the progression certainly hasn't been ramping up for them, and God King's gonna go for the Manta,
Tower has fallen.
and then BKB for Somnus. That might be a timing for them when they've got BKB on
Dire's
Chalice as well as
bottom tower is
Somnus,
under attack.
and
That
give them an
is so
opportunity
far
to come
away,
back into
though.
the game. But yeah, it's very far away, and at that point, Naga Siren's gonna have the Scotty for sure.
Now he's gonna have Scotty plus one item, probably.
This Manta's far from God King 2, and it's tough for him because his farm, well, one, he's getting caught. He's dying out in the lanes, and that's a problem. The second thing is, Blue is playing aggressively,
Radiant's courier has been
and it's causing God King not to have all this space to farm.
killed. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, they never regained the control of the jungle, just now they did. But they're already into the Roche pit. Is there any answer? Do they even know about it? How they do.
Radiant's courier has been
But
killed.
just a
Have any way
little
in on this?
tiny
Song,
bit late.
yeah.
Top tower is under attack.
To the Naga. Now probably this will just be farming ages until the Skadi at least. Once Skadi's up, we take the outer towers.
Dire's middle
Box them
tower
in.
is
If
under
Anti-Mage
attack.
ever shows anywhere, Puck has a very easy way of catching him with the coil. This game is looking real rough right now for RNG. But instability, right? Is what has been the name of RNG's game for a long time at this point.
Yeah, they've definitely been hot and cold, and right now, in this game at least, they're showing cold. But they did have a good performance in the final. Now they're looking to get the kill. Nice stun from Tank and the Fire Snap Cookie to follow it up. So Chalice and Felix, they both die. They're still trying to get some opening space here for God King, who's looking for that Manta. Helm of the Overlord, it's purchased, and they do have themselves the Ancient Thunderhide, which will give them the Frenzy. But I'm not like that. I don't know if that's really at this point in the game, at 20 minutes in. I don't think that really feels like enough.
Dire's top tower
It
is
does
under
not.
attack.
And Naga is one of the best heroes in the game at killing the Beastmaster creeps.
Dire's top tower
But
is
Skadi is just around the corner. Needs about 200 gold to finish it. Curious to see what item he's gonna go for next though.
Silence on a Somnus. Snowball coming out. That's going to land on the Old 11. They're going to look for the Blink Forward and maybe get the Mana Void to get this kill, but Old 11, he's taking a lot of time to die. He had that wand to get the mana back up, so the Mana Void didn't do as much damage when he went for it, but it's a kill that X-Nova gets. It's a kill that God King is involved in, which gets him into the Manta, and now he's going for the Basher. So there are still some opportunities there for the anti-mage to continue to farm and try and give RNG a way back into this game.
Yeah, but going into Basher means he's not going into the BKB. And until he has that BKB, the coil is going to be an absolute nightmare. Like, as I said in the draft already, it's one of the biggest aim counters in the game. You just have 6 seconds where you're basically not allowed to move.
Felix getting caught.
I wouldn't be surprised if the ban Nyx Assassin next game.
Is it worth a first phase ban again?
I don't know, if you can't deal with him when it comes up in the first phase like this, then potentially it might be. Because he's finding pickoff after pickoff with each and every vendetta.
Primal Roar. This is a catch
just died.
again. No. Oh, wow. Four-man song. And they're sticking, but they almost want to draw God King in. Get the kill on Old 11. They use the Sonic Wave. It's on to Lou. Lou taking a lot of damage, but he does have that Aegis. They've got the damage out on the God King as well as the Silence, so they'll take him out. Snowball comes out, takes out the Aegis out of the hands of Lou. They're looking to kill up the Thunderhide, which they do with the little Shredder. They've got the Spike Carapace landing on the Somnus. They'll take out Paparazzi, and now, without Paparazzi,
No sleep.
Lou doesn't feel comfortable. He doesn't have the song anymore, and the Song of the Siren won't put them into sleep, but he still TBs away. Tank trying to get out of this one. They've got the Snowball stopping DY's escape. They end up getting themselves an escape on Tank, who walks it out with that Blink Dagger. That's
If Naga and
good
Nyx
fight
died
for
as
RNG.
well, the game is actually just suddenly back in RNG's favor. Like, I don't know what the plan from Old 11 there was. Like, he stood there next to the sleep with all 4 heroes just,
Dire's bottom tower
you know,
is
waiting.
under attack.
What was that? They just blinked on him and killed him instantly.
Radiant's
Like,
top
what was the
tower is
idea?
under attack.
Did he think it wouldn't happen or what?
I think he's super confident with the build that he's gone and the game that he's had, but he's died a couple times where I think that you've got to levy those expectations of how strong you are.
I mean, he just died, walked the top, almost died again, got saved, and then just died again. Now, Quap has a very good game suddenly as well. Anti-Mage is still okay, it's not great, but he's finally going into the BKB. Okay, I like that decision. After dying there, he says, yeah, screw that bash, I need that BKB, I completely agree.
Radiant are scanning.
Yeah, luckily the Ogre Axe was purchased first, so go into that, get the Maelthor Hammer, as well as finishing off the BKB.
Once this BKB, it's actually really hard to bring him down. They'll need the axe of the puck in order to do that. Oh, Somnus.
They've got the Snowball
Dire's bottom
to
tower
save him
is
if need be, but now the Kiss has come out into Felix. He's already used the Snowball, so he's dead instead.
I forgot how tanky Quap is. 2.7k health.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Exorcism online though.
Dire's
Lou
middle
also in the
tower
mid
is
lane.
under attack.
Yeah, and that's the BKB for the Quap. Level 3 Sonic Wave as well. That might be a team for them if they want to take.
Radiant's top tower.
Backdoor gone, tier 2 out. Spike Carapace catches Somnus, but he's got the BKB. Now they've got the Primal Roar ironically to take out Paparazzi. He's popular like Lady Gaga, but he ends up going down there early in the fight. Chalice is dead. The Fire Snap Cookie looking to get Lou out of the fight goes to this song, and everybody TPs away.
Still a pretty decent pick though. Getting raw from the high ground there, he did not expect that Blink Dagger Beastmaster. Roshan is not yet up. But it was without anti-mage, right? Well, he's DP'd at the end of it. Oh, Old 11, he doesn't have a BKB. Oh.
Yeah, he's in trouble. They just need the lockdown. They've got the Walrus Punch, and there. Whoa! Hey. All right, Manaboy comes out. Double stun from Tank. DY. Cookie.
Pull up, though.
And there's the Snowball to avoid it, but they've got Lou here. They have the Scatter Blast. Now God King going in. God King stepping forward. I don't know if this is where he wants to be. BKB gets forced out, and now they've got the Illusory. Are they going to try and keep up with X-Nova, who's using Trusty Shovel? All right, he's got the Shikuchi to lose. Never mind.
Yeah, why not? Just keep shoveling. Now Gawking had to use the newly bought BKB instantly. Always hurts a little bit if you have to do that.
Well,
And
he
Lou also went
did
to
that
the
to
Axe
himself.
Scepter. So now
Which-
Quap's BKB doesn't actually help him too much. He's gonna get netted. And the biggest benefit, well, you have two really big benefits. First, You can do it through the sleep, and second, you can do it through BKB. And of course, cooldown reduction in cast range as well, because why not? It's such a good axe upgrade, actually. It does everything for you.
Is under attack.
DY, well, they've got some help from tank if need be. Felix, he's got the blink dagger, and we've seen him show that off. Blue is also over here.
Why is that B-Cup? Like, a Naga axe gives him like 4 different things.
Gives him so much.
And a lot of them, but then you look at like a Beastmaster.
Ooh,
Wild Axe is no
Felix.
Why?
Or Ancient Apparition, Chilling Touch upgrade. Great.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how the power level is so different for all the axe upgrades.
Puck also looking for an axe, by the way.
Yeah.
So they want to make sure that these BKBs are rendered useless.
The longer this game goes, the harder it gets for RNG.
Would you... I guess not at this point in the game, but ooh, switching off Scotty going for Butterfly instead. I was going to say, I kind of like the Ags on Anti-Mage. Speaking of Ag Scepter upgrades.
I do like it as well. It's just, against Naga, you'd never feel comfortable is the problem. So you don't really have inventory space to go for that. Like, you probably want a Butterfly, and you probably want either MKB or Bloodthorn at some point to deal with the Butterfly from Naga. And even then, you still don't have enough damage or survivability. So maybe you need an Abyssal Blade to keep him in place, you know. Too many problems.
Time lapse. X-Nova now on the run. Snowball comes in. That's going to land here. They've got the 3-man silence coming out from Old 11, and now Spirit Siphon, the damage is there, and the Sonic Wave pushing Lou.
The Mana Void!
Onto Lou, and the Mana Void blows him up. Buys back into the game. BKB's already been used by God King. They go after Chalice. They get the kill to the Beastmaster. They bought back on this Tusk. Song? What?
Try to catch the Anti-Mage, I believe, but... yeah, it's a big pickup on Roshan respawn just in time as well, so he will be able to get to the Aegis.
Are they going to let it go for free? They know that this is happening.
They have to. No cooldowns.
Can Felix make a play? Felix wants to make a play. Shards are out. Spots in the blink. Oh, he got the kill on Roche. She's snatching Aegis on Lou. Oh, man.
I got the Roshan at least, but yeah, doesn't get the big prize, unfortunately. If he steals that Aegis, they have such a massive winning condition with killing the Naga. Just barely didn't get it though. And now he has no buyback, so he is pretty much the only initiation they have. Well, Beastmasters
Oh
did
my
too, but
gosh.
these small things in Dota. That's why we love it. Naga losing to illusions. How
And
does
you
that
could
feel?
tell he was setting up for it.
Yeah, the timing was so impeccable too. Well, it's always a little bit of a guesswork, of course, when you're doing Roshan, but
Yeah.
well timed. What happened to the Aegis, by the way? Like, I feel like it didn't drop at the usual location. It got pushed like to the left or something.
Maybe because
there
of
was too many units
shards.
Maybe Shard.
Eye
yeah.
shards, units, and then I believe Snapfire is the one who picked up the Ag shard. Was that second Roche?
Yeah, I think so.
Chalice. No buyback. 70 seconds. Not that he can
I
afford
do
the buyback. So, yeah. 250 gold for old 11 on that. It's a lot of gold to grab.
Yeah, Butterfly almost into the sorry, Anti-Mage almost into the Butterfly now. And Naga's also pretty close.
Huh. Okay, he's got it. There we go. This game is even in terms of net worth.
Yeah, but in terms of game stage, once the puck picks up his Agam Scepter, it's gonna be pretty lopsided, I think. How far is he away from it? 200. 100. It's such a big upgrade for puck. It's still like S tier.
The only problem is that they've been able to catch Somnus or Paparazzi a couple times on the puck.
Yeah, you're definitely gotta be careful that it doesn't that does not happen, because if you get stunned, you still have very easy to sleep.
For X Nova.
Wait, it's a BKB on the Weaver actually.
Well, time lapse and snaps it.
Yeah, X coil revealed there. Where did X Nova get the farm from?
Gosh. Coil also
Weaver
ends
hero.
song. That's a lot. And then a 5-man smoke.
Yeah. Doesn't Anti-Mage just feel... not Anti-Mage, sorry. The Butterfly feels so... like, weak?
Whoa, Somnus.
Somnus, he's fine.
Ew.
Really wish you had that coil there, huh? But
Yeah.
had to use it on the Weaver, unfortunately. I
Husky's
missed the
going
active
X.
of Butterfly. Like the flutter, that was so nice.
Gosh.
You remember that?
Oh, that was a while ago, right?
Oh, a long time ago.
God King, by the way, going for the bottom tier 3. He's got Chalice over to the side and waiting in the wing. There's the Walrus Punch, Snowball, all the combos coming in to try and get tech. They've got the Spike Carapace, so now the Shards block in tech. Mana Void is used. They lay down the
God
fire.
King?
They've got the axe flying through. God King's deep in this. He pops the BKB. They don't have Dream Coil
Okay,
for another
well
6
played, well
seconds,
played.
though, so they can still chase this if they really want to. They're going to slow him down with the Mortimer's Kisses. He'll blink away. The Illusory Orb over to the side. Felix just TPs out. Oh, just TPs away.
God King is such a crazy player. Like, he played really well, obviously, being able to spell shield, counterspell the net back to Naga, but if that hits him, he's just dead. And he had no buyback at the time. If he dies, there could have just been game. A very brave player, as we already know.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Still holding on to this Aegis. 12 seconds, though.
Yeah. Okay, nice pick. They just want to delay this Aegis push timing right now, and it ran out just now. Now they have a winning condition.
Snare on a Somnus. Somnus is going to have that level 25, and I'm going to assume he goes to the built-in Lincolns.
Yeah, probably. One big issue for RNG is that the lanes are all pushed in all the time because the Naga doing the pass.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They're still right here. Laying in wait. Level 25 for the Anti-Mage goes to the Mana Void cooldown, having it now every 20 seconds. So if he can survive in these fights, which has been a little bit risky since once the BKB's out, he's trying to run.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, he's the only
Wing
who's
forward,
Scotty, though.
Shards. Ooh, they're going to try and go for Lou. Lou's in trouble. They already used the mirror image with the BKBs coming out. They've got themselves the silence out onto this Naga side.
he died, no buyback.
Lou. He bought back by that Roche fight. Now DY going to the Mortimer's Kisses. That's over on the Chalice. They get the kill on the DY. DY's going to buy back immediately. Now with the Exorcism, they've got the damage to get the kill on the Chalice. They'll blink away on God King. 2 heroes down on the side of RNG and make it a third with X Nova going down. But they lose Lou for 98.
That's what they were waiting for with that Aegis. It was a burst on Lou, but it's always like that. When you're so focused or laser focused on one hero, you completely ignore the other heroes. A fantastic coil came out, and the DP unchecked deals so much damage with that Exorcism. We've already seen how much damage DP can deal, even from a +5 if you just ignore her. And of course, also the Nyx Assassin gets off so many mana burns in these team fights. Satanic on God King now. Instead of like an Abyssal Blade or something. Quite interesting.
Pressure Orb on Queen of Pain.
Yeah, now you have the double BKB, which is absolutely vital against Nyx Assassin.
Double Scream, double Sonic Wave injected into my veins.
Huh. And X-Nova's going into a Scotty.
What? How? I've never seen X-Nova build like this.
Same.
I have
first time
never
he
seen
builds
him
like a
do
carry.
this greedy stuff. Yeah, I thought he was gonna go Ags.
Honestly, I feel like Axe is still a very good option in this game because
I mean, he's only 400 gold away from it. Ooh, they're gonna go and they're gonna show themselves over mid. They've got the Dream Coil down. That's around on a 3 of these heroes. They've leashed him up. And can they get anything out of this with the BKB being popped here by God King? God King blinks over to the side. The Sonic Wave is going to be thrown out. Only hits Lou, but only just gets him over on the side. It's not really that great of a Sonic Wave. They'll blink away on Felix. Felix into the trees with the spider legs. TP attempt. Illusory Orb patching Felix, but not in time to get the kill. He's able to TP back into the base.
Time is right now for the Quap. Best item he could have found for his mid-player summoners there. Time is Relic also on the puck though. Like the coil duration. Oh no, he actually finds it. There's a 10 seconds coil now.
Roshi just cheese refresher shard.
Yeah, like this game is gonna become so much harder to play now with the Timeless Relic on the puck. It's literally just 10 seconds, 4 seconds longer than your BKB duration where you're just coiled. Where the Naga just pummels you.
Kinda dumb.
Yeah, it's kinda dumb, yeah. You have no status resistance, you're screwed.
I want to see if X-Nova buys this Scotty. I would.
I really hope he buys Axe Scepter. I don't think he needs to become another carry this game.
He's farming so ridiculously well. He's 12,000 net worth. When was the last time you saw X-Nova with this much gold?
Like, never? I don't think I remember a single time, to be honest.
He hasn't bought the Ags, but he's also potentially holding buyback too.
The Hawk is scouting the pit. It's been falling faster. They have the Naga Sleep to secure later on as well.
They've got the shards once again, and they're throwing in the axes. They look over as the Walrus Punch comes out. The Dream Coil that follows it up. They're trying to get the kill here out of the Nyx Assassin. The Illusory Orb is there. They've got themselves the Sonic Wave that pushes back Lou. They get the kill on the tank. They've got themselves the Refresher. That's going to be used. The song comes out. They've locked down Felix. Felix low. Felix has Snowball. He's going to have to be quick on the trigger on this one, and Felix ends up dead. But he's going to buy back. They look over God King. He's trying to survive. He's trying to survive with his Satanic. He's got the Satanic. He has the life.
Lou, no buyback.
Killing a Lou. Lou's dead for 90 seconds without buyback. They get the kill to old 11. He's also dead for 90 seconds. They had the setup. They had it all there for him, but they were unable to kill off God King with this Satanic.
Oh my god, he literally had like 200 HP. Satanic
Now he's got
turned
an
out to be the
Aegis.
best pickup ever. 200 HP gets the Satanic off, and even while he's life reaching like 400 HP per hit, he doesn't move from 200 HP. He's taking so much damage. Oh man. And now both of the cores have no buyback. How many Rexes are they gonna lose? Just one maybe?
Maybe. They've got a minute, and they've still got a tier 2 to... They're on
still have a
both
glyph,
mid
though.
and top. Yeah.
Yeah, he has this orb cooldown talent. So it's not easy to push into that.
They're going to go here and look for this tier 3. Stormcrafter up into the air. And they're going to throw down the fire with this Ancient Black Dragon. Backdoor kicks in. They're going to try and break through it. God King, he's got the Aegis, but they've got these heroes up in 20 seconds. How long are they going to stick around for? And like you said, it's probably just going to be one set of racks.
Yeah,
I saw RNG make a bad decision in the last game. I don't know if they'll get away with that if they do and stay for the tier 4s. Silence out on X-Nova, who did buy out on the Scotty, by the way, and he's going into a Daedalus. What is this? X-Nova, is somebody playing on your game?
I think it's just like the Weaver factor lately, honestly. Everybody and their grandparents builds like this now. But now you get coiled for your efforts, and
it's
still
a
coiled.
forever coil, and
You're
eventually
still
time
coiled.
lapses. Now he's got the snowball save. Here comes Sandus. It was all a bait. Looking like they're going fishing, and they're trying to get the kills here, but they've got themselves a song that's going to be a stun on a 3. They got God King coming in, but he goes into the silence. Now he's going to be in a little bit of trouble. The silence is on him for a while. They look over as Chalice is taking a lot of damage out from Paparazzi. The Sonic Wave comes in, pushes back Lou. They've got the Refresher. Somnus again with a BKB, still moving forward. They've got the Satanic. That's going to be popped by God King. He's healing back up to full. He doesn't have a lot of mana to work with. The Sonic Wave comes out once again to get a kill on the Chalice. Old 11, he'll end up falling, so it ends up being a 1-for-1. They still have the Aegis into the hands of God King. They get the kill on a DY. 2 heroes dead. 94 seconds without buyback. They finally buy buyback on Old 11. They're going to be chasing
Luke
this
can't die,
Naga
Luke
Siren
can't die.
all the way deep into the base. The snowball doesn't land anywhere, but it takes out the creeps. That doesn't allow Old 11 to TP in, or it actually doesn't allow them to get back into this fight. It was the puck that was looking to TP in onto the creep.
Yeah. He's so tanky on X-Nova actually. Like this item build does allow you to be massive in terms of just survivability, and it was unfortunate because the Sonic Wave wasn't ready just then, and neither was the Refresher Orb. So if it was, probably would have crushed that team fight. But yeah, he picked up Axe on Tusk.
Yeah, he's got the kick now.
Who is he planning to kick? The DP, I guess? But DP already has Lincoln Sphere, so it's not that easy. I can't believe that all the damage is not going BKB, he's just choosing not to.
And it's going Hex next.
Has Lincolns, has Lotus, has Yules, but
Dagon
BKB?
4.
Nah. But straight buys out on it. He has no buyback now. Whoa, that's pretty risky, what?
Yeah.
Maybe one level too much.
Maybe. Hex picked up for the Queen of Pain. God King going for the Abyssal.
Yeah, already purchased out the full MKB.
And now they've got themselves the damage to get the kill on X-Nova. He's dead for 90 seconds. He's going Nullifier, not the Daedalus anymore. So how? What? Dude,
I feel
how
like
did
he
he
could
get all
have
this
lived
gold
there even.
so quickly?
Like, if he just time-lapse
much
stuff, the
gold.
BKB just lives. I mean, the gold is all good and stuff, but physical damage really doesn't matter against the Naga Siren is a problem. I really feel like if you just went for more of a supportish route, or maybe with the Gleipnir against the Naga, and Axe, something like that,
Dude, he's got
it made a lot more sense. I feel like he's riding the latest like Weaver meta train too much in this game. Hopefully it doesn't, you know, turn out too bad for them. But like, imagine an Axe in these team fights. Like, AM can actually just blink in, 1v5, tank all the damage,
and then
bam.
time lapse.
Time lapse. Then you have BKB, you have everything after, right? You can do it like every 16 seconds.
It's crazy
Whereas
that
now,
X-Nova has.
Everyone is scared.
Yeah, it feels like they're scared. He's got so much gold. He could buy Ags again. We were talking about maybe he could buy Ags for Scotty. Now he's got enough gold to go. Yeah, he goes to the Shard, which is the Swarm reduction, and then gives it to Reveal.
Radiant are
Yeah.
scanning.
You know, this is the problem with the current patch. There's so much gold around that sometimes support players actually forget the job that they have in the game.
Does he take this Shard because he's got the extra Geminate attack damage?
Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. It's just, it's what your team needs more damage. You know, Quap has so much already. AM has a ton of it, an abundance of it.
Radiant's top tower.
What about like a nice Solar Crest? Like some buff ups?
Some support items. Just maybe. They'll come all the way through. They're going to look over to the triangle. They've got themselves the Hawk ready to dive bomb on a Paparazzi, but he avoids it. He was wise to their plan. Now they've got the ensnare. They have the kisses all coming through out on a chalice. So Snowball to extend their time, but now they've got themselves the Dream Coil. They're going to go into the Exorcism. God King coming in looking to clean up these illusions. They've got the Axes whirling forward. They've got the stun that was with the Scatterbox coming up from DY. Sonic Wave. There's the Refresher. They get the kill into Felix. They'll take out this Tusk. Tusk him for 100 seconds. They get the kill here onto the Nyx Assassin. He's there for 2 minutes. They have the silence coming through with the Shard being the effectiveness there from Silence on the Queen of Pain. That silence up this puck, but is it going to be enough to keep them alive? They look over.
BKB on 11.
Paparazzi's looking over at Chalice, but he doesn't have the damage. He's hiding in the pit at the moment. They've got the Sonic Wave once again. The song comes out. Now, what else do they have with this? Is the song to potentially just leave? They had Somnus not going back into the fight. He was waiting for his moment over in the pit, but they're going to continue to go with the Exorcism still rolling. TP over, popping the Lincolns. Paparazzi almost getting caught there.
Yeah, no Roshan available just yet. I think Somnus' priority in these team fights has to be to clear the Naga illusions. Maybe with a double wave even. Because once that's gone, Naga's effectiveness is basically just not there anymore. But instead he tried to focus on the Nyx. Should I get the Nyx Assassin? But I think we just leave that up to the Tusk plus Anti-Mage. And yeah, once that Naga is dealt with, the damage output of the Radiant team is very limited. Especially against this anti-mage.
Yeah, Puck can only do so much.
Yeah, and DP, sure she does damage to anti-mage, but you can never fight him head on.
RNG pressuring
Radiant's
forward.
top tower has
God King
fallen.
continuing to move in. MKB next for DY, jeez.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, he's also going to the right click. This game is so close. Like, literally, the whole goal difference you see right now is between Xnova and Tank. It's literally all of it.
Yeah, everything else is pretty neck and neck. Literally everything else is neck and neck.
The Weaver 25 could potentially be pretty strong. You get like the triple attack
Plus the
every 2
shard.
seconds. Yeah.
Damn. Shard could be really effective there. Everybody's got buyback except for old 11. Ooh, Storm comes in. That's actually going to spot themselves the Nyx Assassin. The Nyx Assassin with the Spirit Vessel. They've got themselves a Sonic Wave, but they've got the Spike Carapace as well as the Song, so that's going to save the Nyx Assassin. Spirit Siphon out onto 2 of these heroes with the BKB pop. They've got the Impel that lands onto the Anti-Mage. They'll buy back on the Nyx Assassin. They've got themselves a Lincoln popped onto the Puck. They drop the gem. It's into the hands here. The Queen of Pain who snaps that coil that's going to stun him for a while. Now they come through with the Scatter Blast. Now lock down God King. Now they've got themselves down the damage again. Xnova Fury stable side. They've got the buyback coming out now from the Nyx as well as the Tusk. They look over as the Impale lands on a God King. The 4-staff back. That comes out here from Chalice. Goes reeled forward, old 11 looking for God King, phase shift away, as well as the Axes whirling forward, looking for old 11 as well as Paparazzi. Paparazzi focusing the attention out onto the Beastmaster, but they've got them going forward. The Silence, the Sonic Wave, all out phase shift, finally surviving. He'll survive for a little bit longer. They've got them Lincolns popped. It's actually the 25 that gets popped by Lou. The damage out onto this Queen of Pain. They buy back on Paparazzi. Paparazzi's going to come back into the fight, looking over, trying to get the kill here on Asandis. Lincolns popped once again. They've got the Silence from the Blink with the Shard upgrade. They've got the Primal War. The Lincolns was popped. They have the control out onto the bump. Can they get the kill here? Oh, phase shift. He gets Felix. Oh my god, he gets Chalice too. He ends up dying for 2 minutes, but these heroes are taken out on the side of RNG. Lou goes back to base. He survived a second longer to get himself at least something, and now Roche has everything available. It's the 4th Roche of the game.
Yeah, it's a pretty risky one to take though for God King alone. If Naga just walks in there, sleeps, he can easily steal it away from him. And now this is the biggest problem when you play against Nyx Assassin in the late game. AM is always out of mana. 2 mana burns and you're completely dry. You gotta get some mangoes in there. Naga sleep.
Silence.
Potentially.
They're trying to look over. Roche still available. They look for the ensnare that's going to land here out on Asandis. God King trying to man up against Lou. They've got the Mortimer's his kisses coming out. Ooh, they've got Nyx Assassin.
Tank on the floor there.
Nyx Assassin, he's in the ground at the moment. He throws out the Spike Carapace. That's going to lock down God King, who doesn't have a lot of mana left. They have themselves a Fire Stab Cookie to follow it up. Song out. Chalice in trouble. He uses the Primal War that comes down to the Nyx Assassin, who's still surviving. They've got the Shard that's healing up these heroes and keeping them alive for the moment with the Song.
Out of mana, God King.
Out, and now God King, he's going to die here. He's got buyback. He's going to use it immediately and trying to come back into the fight. He goes over to the outpost, but that's still far from this exchange. They look over as they've caught the Weaver for a second. Xnova trying to run. The Silence doesn't land. The Fire Snap Cookie doesn't land as well. Swarm comes out on an old 11. They've got the mirror image. Sonnet's going back into the fight. He's looking over as now he's been silenced up. He's hit with the Ensnare. They've got the damage. Get the kill here. And now the will be taken out, but God King trying to mess with the inventory. He's trying to figure it out. He finally gets himself the Ag's Blessing as well as the Aegis and the Refresher Shard all into his hands. I believe Xnova picks up the cheese. It was a little bit of a dodgy situation as he had to pick up everything.
Yeah, no inventory space there. But God King's got to figure out a way how to deal with that Nyx Assassin, because the entire fight was lost on the back of him not having mana for anything. No Mana Void, no Manta. Nothing, no blinks even, or counter spells.
Now he's got the Ags though on God King. So the blink fragment's going to be pretty strong.
It is, also to pop Lincolns.
Yeah.
But yeah, Puck dying twice is actually you know, he's going to be a little bit more careful because he has the tools to stay alive, but he went a little bit too aggressive after the buyback. Thought he had to make the most out of it.
Yeah, he got something with the Dagon 5, but if you lose your life twice like that, it's not exactly worth it. It allows them to hold on there, though, because of the lack of ability to move forward with that death, I guess.
He buys a Skadi on the anti-mage now. Now, I said you need to help, like, deal with the mana problems, but it doesn't really do it. Because you're getting 25 int from that, so you're also losing much more mana from the mana burn.
The effectiveness of the Nyx Assassin, too, even though he ends up dying in that fight, just having that Ags upgrade was so beneficial for the side of Xtreme.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Things are going... Well, the fights, honestly, they should be a little easier for Xtreme. Like, RNG's playing these fights really damn well. They should not have any business being, you know, this close at this stage of the game.
Also, too, DY, he's been very effective. He's got the MKB now buying out. That shard has been very important. He's been able to blink aggressively and find a Scatterblast on multiple heroes. That sets up a little bit more for them and gives them the lockdown, especially God King in that fight. He was out of mana and kind of struggling a little bit.
Yeah, 100%.
MKB for X-Nova. Where is he getting this gold?
Everyone wants to carry it today.
Goes to the Shikuchi charges, too.
Real question, though, are they going to use that Aegis? And the real question is, are we going to reach minute 60?
Yeah, it's certainly close. It's closing in 7 more minutes, but you've also got the Aegis for 2 minutes. Impale comes through. There's the mana burn, doing a lot. Gosh, taking out 500 mana right there.
Yeah.
I'll take level 30 on God King. He's got the Trickster's Cloak. That's helped him out a little bit in that last fight, too.
He needs some sort of mana regen. Maybe, like... I personally love to go into Bloodthorn.
And that's what he's looking at, I think, right now.
Oh, yeah, he actually just queued it up as well, yeah. You just gotta deal with it somehow.
Ooh, Lincoln?
Ooh.
Impale
Mana burn again?
lands.
No. Not having Abyssal Blade on AM feels so awkward, though. Like, you need that Abyssal stun. Otherwise, it's just like... You can't really get on top of heroes. You're still very reliant on the Beast and Tusk as your sole initiators for the entire game. I guess Quap has a Hex, so maybe he can do it a little bit, but... It's not the easiest task either against all these Lincolns.
Also, the survivability for God King would be a lot more. He'd be willing to be much more aggressive with the Ags on X-Nova, right? Like having that ability to time-lapse God King. Although God King's not exactly taking fast damage, right? Like, it's not burst.
He would be taking fast damage if he blinks it all by himself.
Yeah.
Alright, Aegis is pretty much about to run out. And they didn't really manage to use the Aegis at all.
Yeah, 40 seconds left on it.
Buyback up in 3 minutes. Was a similar situation before where Naga lost her Aegis, then she died immediately.
Exorcism used. Uh-oh. Caught Felix on the high ground. He's going to go into the Stormcraft there. Mortimer's Kiss is coming out as well as the Dream Coil down around the Mana Void. Get the kill onto Old 11. Old 11 is going to be short the buyback by 1,200 gold. They still have the Hex onto Chalice. Lou goes into the Song. He needs to try and leave here. Looks for the TP and, well, Paparazzi will follow suit.
Yeah, well, DP is a massive amount of the damage in those team fights, so not having her now
and Exorcism
really hurts.
Right before that.
Yeah.
So it'll be on cooldown. They do have the refresher, but that he's not going to be back for 90 seconds. He's just not getting the buyback. There's no way.
Did he buy out of the refresher, or what happened?
I'm pretty sure he bought out. Maybe on the blink deck. Oh, the Scatterblast!
Triple Carapace as well.
Roar is going to come in. They're going to look to get the kill here on the Nyx Assassin. He's going to be dead for 100 seconds. They have the Sonic Wave as well as the Silence. Lou is so low. Lou is dead. He's going to have buyback. The triple impale this time from Tank. Oh my god, the Scatterblast followed up as well as the Dream Coil. They're going to connect. Somebody look over here at God King. He took him out. They took him out. And the Scatterblast again. Oh my god, Wu gets the double kill. 4 heroes dead on the side of RNG. Just like that, 3 of them don't have buyback. I can't believe it. Oh my god, the supports of Xtreme saving it there, especially DY. Oh my god.
3-man impale, 3-man scatter blast multiple times. If that doesn't happen right there, the game is literally just over.
He doesn't have buyback for a minute 22 seconds on the anti-mage.
Yeah, he doesn't have the money either. How about Beast? Are we looking at
He bought it out of the
40
Bloodthorn.
seconds? X-Nova needs a bounty rune. I think he will be able to get enough money just in time with the Philosopher's Stone. Yeah, should be fine. Beast up in 38%. For now, Summoner's alone.
Oh my god.
Radiant structures are fortified.
I don't think they can go for the throne just yet.
This might push it to 60 minutes. They could try.
Has fallen.
It's scary. It's really scary. Not the throne push, but
Dire structures are
can RNG hold?
Blink forward, Dream Coil comes out as well as the Hex. And does he have buyback? Yeah, he does. They have 3 buybacks available, and they're going to be probably forced to use at least 2 of them.
Beast in 3.
Yeah, Beast in 3. There's the Tusk buyback. They're going to have 4 heroes. They get the tier 4s. Now they've got the Ancient exposed. They're going to blink forward. They've got the Silence out on the Paparazzi. Paparazzi goes into the phase shift. They're trying to save the throne.
focus
Who's
throne.
going for it? Whoa, with the BKB! Do they have the damage? They've got themselves Paparazzi going around. They've got the throne at now 100 health, and they'll take the game. Oh my god, Xtreme Gaming. Oh my god. I can't believe they just pulled that off.
Yeah.
God, I can't believe it. That was insanity.
I honestly don't know how you get like 3-man impales and scatter blast like 4 or 5 times in a single team fight. That's absolutely absurd. Like those spells are not
Oh my gosh.
easy to hit even on a single target sometimes. Just get multiple ones.
And again, God, I hate to do this. You have the Ags on the Weaver. God King survives there.
Yeah.
I think for sure.
As I said, I mean, it's hard, man. It's hard. Like, admittedly, he dealt the same damage as the anti-mage, but as I said, the problem is not damage in these fights.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think X-Nova just fell a little bit into those into the current Weaver meta trap.